Welcome back, YouTube Axis and Allies brethren. This is Germany's round 4 turn, or G4 turn, of this Axis and Allies Anniversary Edition 1941 version. So, for Germany's production in this round, we have 1 bomber for 12 and 5 tanks for 25. So that's a total of 37 IPCs, and we've got 1 left over. That'll roll over to the next round. So for the combat phase of this turn, we've got 3 combat situations. First one is we've got 3 tanks coming from Baltic states, moving 2 spaces down into eastern Ukraine. We've got 2 tanks from East Poland, moving 1 space into eastern Ukraine. So we've got 5 tanks, 5 tank divisions, German tank divisions, going up against, there's also going to be 1 fighter supporting this attack against 1 Russian infantry division. The fighter is coming from East Poland, so he'll have 3 moves left in his fuel gauge. We'll set that up. Well, probably won't even set it up since there's only 1 Russian unit. So we'll just go over to the battle board now. All right, so for the 5 tank divisions and 1 fighter, we've got 6 dice in here total. 6 blue dice in here total. There are 3 hit dice. And then we've got 1 green die in here for the Russian infantry division. So we'll roll them all at the same time. Here we go. And we got 2 hits for the Germans and no hit for the Russian infantry. And so for the next battle, we've got 1 tank from Bulgaria, Romania, moving to the Ukraine, and we've got 2 fighters coming from East Poland, supporting that armor division, going up against 1 Russian infantry unit. So we'll roll that now. All right, so to roll for this, I've got 3 blue hit die in here, representing the 2 fighter divisions and the 1 armor division from Germany, and I've got 1 green die representing the Russian infantry. So again, we'll roll these at the same time. Here we go. And we got 2 hits by the Germans and 1 hit by the Russian infantry. So that'll eliminate the Russian infantry. Okay, so we're gonna lose a fighter for that. So we'll take him off the board. All right, so for our last combat move this round, we're gonna have the bomber from Germany is gonna move 3 spaces into C-Zone 12 and try to do something about this U.S. fleet right here. So hopefully they're gonna take out one of these ships here. So we'll go over to the battle board now. All right, so we've got 1 red die representing the German bomber, 4 hit die. We've got 1 blue die representing the American cruiser and 1 green die representing the American destroyer. So we'll be able to roll all those at the same time. Bomber's looking for 1 hit. And they all missed. Wow, oh my goodness. What a break for the Germans. And kind of for the Americans. I don't know which way, but anyway. So we'll get to roll those again. Here we go. Wow, how about that? So the German bomber has been destroyed. Two misses for the German bomber on that. So that was a major win for the Americans. All right, so for the non-combat phase of this round, we're going to move 1 infantry unit from Finland to Norway, leaving 1 behind in Finland. We're going to move 1 fighter from eastern Ukraine back to Poland, 1 fighter from Ukraine back to Poland. The 7 tanks in Germany. We've got 1 going to France. We've got 1 going to northwestern Europe. We've got we've got one going to Bulgaria, Romania. And the final 4 in Germany is going to go into East Poland. So we'll chip those out here in just a few minutes before we do our recap. But that is all the non-combat movement at this time. All right, so for the place units phase of this round, we've got 5 tanks will be placed in Germany, of course, and 1 bomber. For taking eastern Ukraine and Ukraine, those total 3 IPCs. We're going to move Germany up from 33 to 36, and we're going to move Russia down from 28 to 25. All right, so for the collect income phase portion of this round, Germany is on 36, so 36 IPCs. 1 was left over that wasn't used from this past round, so that's 37. Plus, they reached 2 national objectives, so they'll have 47 IPCs left to spend next round. They achieved the first 2 national objectives by controlling all of France, Northwest Europe, Germany, Czechoslovakia, Hungary, Bulgaria, Romania, and Poland, and they also control 3 of the East Poland, Ukraine, and Eastern Ukraine. So, all right. So next we'll do the unit recap. All right. So unit placement recap. We've got 1 tank division in Gibraltar, 1 transport in Sea Zone 13. We've got 4 infantry in France, 1 tank in France, 1 armor, and 2 infantry in Northwest Europe. We have 1 bomber in Germany. We've got 5 tanks in Germany, and an anti-aircraft gun and a factory, obviously. We've got 1 tank in Bulgaria, Romania. We've got 2 fighters in Poland. We've got 1 infantry in Norway, 1 infantry in Finland, 4 tanks in East Poland, 5 tanks in Eastern Ukraine, and we've got 1 tank in the Ukraine. So that finishes our recap of Germany's G4 turn. Next up will be LT doing Russia. So signing off from the turret in Goldsboro, North Carolina, Captain Jack and Pvt Joe, over and out.